At the center of La Perle is San for San. The name translates to blood for blood in the Haitian Creole. Their entire identity is built around loyalty and retaliation. If somebody attacks one member, the whole group answers. There is no easy apology and no clean way to walk away once the conflicts begin. A huge mural on the western wall of an abandoned warehouse shows the map of Haiti, the national coat of arms, and the words Asfien means proud Haitian. The phrase S4S Life marks the location as a central stronghold. Everyone passing through La Perle understands that San for San owns the ground beneath them. Through the automotive media platform High Rollers Life, operating under the handle High Rollers Mag, San for San turns car culture into a public display of power. Their meetups feature lowriders, imports, modified cars, and hundreds of people watching. Members wear gold chains with the gang's logo and show off the wealth they have built through crime. It looks like a car show, but it works like a recruitment drive. San for San controls trap houses in La Perle, including the locations as the S4S drug house. It also uses places like the NM gas station and the NM thrift store in the northern part of the city to keep smaller operations from the heaviest police presence. And then there is Sound for Sound. The record label is both a money laundering front and a recruiting system. A talented young artist can be brought into the studio, given a career, and turned into an ambassador for the gang. The music spreads the name, the money looks legitimate, and the artist becomes attached to the people who gave them their first opportunity. San for San controls La Perle through a mixture of identity, money, fear, and visibility. But they are not the only Haitian power in Vice City. In nearby Little Haiti, Dog Pound operates as another major Haitian American street gang. The Dog Pound treats Little Haiti like a closed territory. Their network of watchers allow them to react quickly, and their reputation does much of the work before the first shot is fired. People know not to drive through the neighborhood without a reason. The relationship between the Dog Pound and the San for San is complicated because they share roots, but they compete for the same future. When a larger threat appears, especially from the Hispanic gangs, such as the Island Boys or Guardia Brothers, the two Haitian groups may cooperate. But once that threat disappears, they are back to competing over drug shipments, customers, and smuggling routes connected to Leonardo Keys. At the street level are the Island Boys, a Cuban-American gang rooted in Little Cigarro. Their main role is distribution. Goods arrive through Port Vice City, and the Island Boys move them into local neighborhoods. Small cigar shops and cafes provided safe houses. Community ties provide protection and Little Cigarro. People understand that cooperating with law enforcement can bring attention to the entire neighborhood. So many residents stay quiet. That put them into constant conflict with the Haitian gangs to the north and with a larger organization trying to push into their territory. Above them are Guardia Brothers. The Guardia Brothers function more like an established criminal family than a street gang. They handle high-level illegal substance, transportation, and gun running. Their strength is discipline. They do not need to post every operation online or fight over every block. They work through port officials, corrupt politicians, suppliers, and controlled warehouses. Anyone trying to move serious weight through Vice City eventually has to deal with them. They can charge a tax, offer protection, or start a war, but even the Guardia Brothers are not at the top. South American cartels control the supply lines feeding the entire state. They are not mainly fighting over street corners, they are fighting for control of Port Vice City. The shipping lanes and the container ships bringing in weapons and cash. The illegal stuff sold through San for San's houses, the weapons stored by the Guardia Brothers, and the shipment distributed by the Island Boys all move through this larger network. PTT Youngin represents a newer generation of criminals who understand that attention is a weapon. They do not need to hide their crimes. They film raids, public distributions, and takeovers, then use the footage to build a reputation. When a gang posts its own violence, the video serves several purposes at once. It intimidates rivals, it recruits young followers, and proves that the gang is still active. Their main compound in Southside Vice City is built around the same idea. It is a fortified storage hub holding stolen goods, weapons, and cash. Getting inside is not a simple robbery. It requires a crew, a plan, and enough firepower to get past armed defenders and checkpoints. That makes the PTT Youngin more than a loud street gang. They are an organization built around visibility, theft, and repeated criminal income. Further north in Andrewville, Southside Hustlers represent the opposite philosophy. They are tied to the local hip-hop culture, but they rely on neighborhood loyalty rather than online fame. Their power comes from controlling their streets, selling substances locally, and protecting the community from outsiders who want to take over. They are not interested in turning everything into content. They care about respect, territory, and the old idea that the block belongs to the people who built it. Verceto crime family is connected to the old syndicates that once treated Vice City and Havana as personal territory. Their roots stretch back to the era when organized crime was built around family names, union connections, construction contracts, and backroom agreements. Verceto family does not need to fight over every street corner. It focuses on white-collar crime, labor unions, construction contracts, and high-level money laundering. While younger gangs and cartels create noise, Vercetos take a percentage of the business moving through the state. A handshake from one family is worth more than a contract from a stranger. This is why the Vercetti estate matters. It is a reminder of Vice City's earliest criminal history, connected to the empire built by Tommy Vercetti in the original game. Whether it is still active, center of power, or simply a monument to the past, its presence suggests that Leonardo remembers what came before. Final Chapter MC controls Ambrosia County. Established in 1982, the club has spent decades building a near monopoly over the region's illegal economy. Their motorcycles, cut-off jackets, ranks, and patches make the organization easy to identify. A tag such as Enforcer tells everyone on the road where that person stands in the club hierarchy. Ambrosia itself is dominated by the Allied Crystal Sugar Refinery, a company that provides legitimate employment and keeps the local economy alive. The company owns the daytime image of the town. The Final Chapter MC controls the shadow economy after dark. The club deals in weapons, narcotics, and extortion, while the corporation provides the clean public face. The relationship becomes even more suspicious when local politics enter the picture. The moral campaign of Aaron Henshaw is supported by Allied Crystal, with corporation branding appearing alongside the campaign signs. That creates a three-way alliance between businesses, politics, and organized crime. The in Viceport Rough Riders Motorcycle Club represents a different kind of biker power. They are a Russian-American outlaw club connected to the docks and shipping industry. Their job is to move stolen cargo from container ships to hidden warehouses before anyone can trace it. That makes them the physical muscle of Russian organized crime in Leonardo. Their fast motorcycles allow them to move through the city quickly, while their access to port workers and shipping routes give them control over valuable cargo. The Rough Riders are natural enemies of the South American cartels and the Guardia brothers. All three want the same thing: control over containers, manifest, and the money moving through the port. Booby Ike began as a street hustler and built himself into a powerful business figure with interest in commercial property, nightlife, and entertainment. His crown jewel is the Jack of Hearts, a popular Vice City strip club that generates huge amounts of cash every night. The club looks legitimate. This is exactly why it works. Booby can move profits through the club, mix them with genuine earnings, and turn dirty money into business revenue. He can sit in a real estate meeting in the afternoon and discuss property values, then spend the evening handling drug shipments through the same network. He is the bridge between the street and the boardroom. His next major project is Only Raw Records, a hip-hop label created with Draquan Priest, another former street hustler trying to become a music executive. The label's main act is Real Dimes, the rap duo made up of Baylux and Roxy. Only Raw Records give Booby a way to move profits through the studio expenses, artist contracts, promotion, and entertainment revenue. It also gives him cultural influence. A successful song can spread a name farther than a street crew ever could. That puts Only Raw Records against Sound for Sound. The same connection appears in sports through Vice City Narcos, based at the Sahara Arena in downtown Vice City. The team's identity reflects the culture surrounding the city, while the arena's private suites provide a perfect place for powerful people to meet away from the street. In Leonardo, the cleanest rooms may be the ones where the dirtiest deals happen. Leave Vice City and rules become even harder to follow. The Grass Rivers and the swamps of Kelly County offer isolation, difficult terrain, and almost no witnesses. There's only thick vegetation, deep water, and enough empty land to hide a laboratory, a weapons cache, or an entire training camp. Sons of Racial Anarchy operate in this environment as a violent white supremacist criminal organization. They combine the structure of a gang with the firepower of a paramilitary group. Their ideology makes them especially dangerous because they are not motivated only by money. They are trying to build a power around an extremist belief system. Alongside them is an armed far-right militia using the swamps to hide weapons, patrol territory, and train its members. These groups are not trying to compete with city gangs for drug customers. They are building an army and waiting for the moment they believe they are strong enough to already a threat. The wetlands also support another illegal economy in the form of exotic animal poaching. Gators, pythons, rare birds, and other animals create a thriving black market. The poachers are not random people with small boats. They operate in organized crews using fast airboats and heavy weapons to escape enforcement patrols. Their northwest is Port Gellhorn, a declining coastal town filled with closed factories, damaged buildings, and aging docks. It looks forgotten, and that is exactly what makes it valuable. An unarmed syndicate controls the town, identified by tattoos of bat wings and AK-47s across its members' chest and arms. They operate through dive bars, cheap motels such as the Scarlet Motel, and the rundown docks. The abandoned infrastructure gives them warehouses, the docks give them shipping access, the lack of attention from state authorities give them time. Gellhorn shows how organized crime can grow inside a place everyone else has abandoned. The Leonardo Keys are the front line of the state's smuggling economy. The islands provide private docks, hidden coves, small airfields, and open water routes that can move cargo without passing through the busiest parts of Vice City. Operating from Key Lento, Bryant owns Bryan's Boat Works and Marina, a legitimate business that doubles as a major receiving port for weapons and other illegal cargo. Boats arrive, cargo is unloaded, and the marina continues, looking like an ordinary coastal business. His operation used pilots, drivers, armed escorts, mammoth Dodo seaplanes, and fast airboats equipped with heavy weapons. The system connects the open ocean to the swamps and then to the urban gangs waiting for the product. He also rents stilt houses to low-level criminals, allowing him to build a network of tenants who owe him money and protection. Jason Duval is one of them. Jason lives on Key Lento and works as Bryan's enforcer. He collects protection money from local businesses, loads shipments, and handles the people who refuse to cooperate. Cal Hampton, Bryant's paranoid associate, helps move cash and drugs through the marina and the nearby Rusty Anchor bar. Adel is an experienced Cuban bank robber who searches for young criminals willing to take on impossible missions. He tests people by pushing them to their limits. He wants to know who will commit completely and who will panic once the plan starts falling apart. His main target is Sin Frontera National Bank, a major financial institution with branches throughout Leonardo. The name means without borders, which reflects its connection to international finance. The Leonardo Department of Corrections, or LDC, operates the Leonardo Penitentiary in the rural town of Hamlet. Visor has high fences, watchtowers, armed security, and a reception area designed to process dangerous inmates. Lucia Caminos is sent there after fighting to protect her family during a job gone wrong. Her story captures the cruel logic of this world. She breaks the law because survival demands it, and the state responds by putting her in a cage. But the prison does not remove people from the criminal system. It becomes another part of the gang. Gang members continue their alliances and rivalries behind the walls. The Haitian gangs, biker clubs, and cartels can recruit inside the prison. Inmate phones help coordinate outside operations. Visitation when people are released. Same organizations are waiting for them. Prison walls separate criminals from the public, but they do not separate criminals from one another. No single organization controls all of Leonardo. The streets belong to the gangs, the ports belong to the smugglers, the highway belongs to the bikers. The swamp belongs to the militias and poachers, the clubs, arenas, and record labels belong to people washing the money. The banks hold the fortunes everyone is trying to steal, and the prison holds the people who fail to escape the system.